Well, good evening, good people. Thank you so much for joining us this wonderful evening. I can see we have a lot of people joined in, and today is a session for the big question. Before we start, I'd like one of us to pray for us. Bright, please.
Okay. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty Father, I want to come before you this evening as we start this webinar. May it be fruitful. May we discuss things that will help all the Savorites that are watching to gain more insights as to how they can be able to achieve fire through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Amen. Awesome. Thank you so much, Bright. As you can see, leo niko na kamiti kubwa. It's because it's the month of love. It's the month of love, and let me just allow them to say their names kidogo, so that as we go on, you know who we'll be here with today.
Hi everyone, my name is Karen.
Hi everyone, my name is Alice Nganga.
Hi everyone, my name is Bright.
Mona. Yeah, those are the people we have today in the session. And if you've joined, I can see a lot of people are in, but I cannot see any fire emojis. You guys are letting us down. Keep your keyboards on fire because I said it's the session for the big question. So, and the big question is, should you invest with your significant other? Should you invest with your SO? But before that, I'd like Alice to tell us about a huge event that is coming soon.
Yes. As Sam said, this is the month of love. We're going out to celebrate this wonderful gift that we call love. And this month, we're inviting all the Savorites to our event called The Affair. It will be at the Bomas of Kenya. This is on the 11th day of February. Kindly mark your dates that you shall be there on the 11th day of February to come and celebrate love. Many questions are coming in, Sam, and they're asking if I don't have a significant other, what do I do?
Hold up, I have the answer for those people who are single. For those who are single, but let me correct you, the date is on the 25th.
Okay.
25th is the date, yeah? So
okay.
At the end of the month, so when those people's salary have started coming in, so save some. So the event is gonna be 1,000 bob, per person.
Yes.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yes.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's the date you are looking for. Trust you me.
Yes.
If you save on this one, you're gonna love it.
Yes.
So you better join, and the link is going to be sent in the comment section for you guys to be able to register and also pay.
Yes.
So book your slot for the affair happening on the 25th at the Bomas of Kenya. I can see Calvin Mashaya is in here. They call me Boneless. Wow, I can bet that's a dancer.
Okay.
Thank you for joining. Masitsa is also here. Suvi is also here. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining. Please drop the fire emoji. Let me know, or let us know today.
Yes.
The committee is huge, So if we expand here, you also expand on the comment section and invite people to watch. Let me know where you guys are watching from. And for the single people, this time of Valentine's. Where is your boyfriend? Anyways, before that, let me tell you, the only role you have to play, ensure we buy each other gifts, nice gifts, because sometimes people don't know what to buy. And as you get into it, can you guys read the comments that are coming in?
Yes. I can see Tom, who's dropped the fire emoji here. Savo, we're all about fire. Fire is financial independence, retire early, who's dropped the fire emoji, and they're watching us from Kileleshwa. I can see Esther Njuguna, who is a Savorite, who has also dropped the fire emoji. Thank you so much, Esther, for tuning in.
I can also see Jonathan. Thank you, Jonathan, for tuning in.
Drop the fire emoji. Let us know where you're watching from. My name is Sam, joined here by a team of other Savorites, and today we are going to be discussing very, very important questions. Very, thought-provoking questions. So, and you're going to be doing it different. Instead of me hosting or asking the questions are in this stack of sticky notes, and each one of us will be reading from this stack, and once you pick the question, you turn it around so that you don't see the next question. All right?
You forgot to mention that we don't know what the questions are.
And we don't know what the questions are. So our producer, Madam Sia, in the background, has created for us a set of questions. We hope they are going to make us learn and make you learn as well. But Cynthia, thank you for joining. If you're watching from your TV, please open your phone, drop the fire emoji, and let us know where you're watching from. So I'd like Bright to start that for us. Or before we start, I think I'd like to just give some prerequisites. It's all about investing, of course,
Yes.
and we all here work at Savo, and Karen is my girlfriend, and Alice is Bright's girlfriend. So we've sort of invested together. Yeah, we've sort of invested together. Still very, very young in this thing called relationships, and also
Yeah.
whatever I'm gonna tell you is just what we know
Yeah.
and what we have done.
Yeah.
We do not
Yeah.
know if it is correct, but
We're
we
not experts.
We are not experts.
Yeah, but it works. Sometimes it works.
Yeah, but it's working for us right now. We hope you can learn something from it, and we can probably learn something from you as well. So, Bright, take it away.
Okay. I had to internalize it first. So, do you recognize the capacity in your significant other to get you to your goal?
Please read it again.
Okay.
That's heavy.
Yes.
Let me read it again. Do you recognize the capacity in your significant other to get you to your goal? Okay. Sasa inajijibia.
We all answer that
Yeah,
question.
I-
We all
oh,
answer.
everyone answers.
Everyone
Yeah.
answers.
Okay, yes. I think to explain a bit more, just sometimes wanasema mwanaume, I think the man is the one who is leading. But I think my father has always told me that in actual sense, it is the woman who owns the home. So, yeah. So, I think for this year, nilikuja nikapewa target. By end of year, these are the number of units we should have added to our portfolio. So, man, what more can I say?
Well, for me, do I realize the role of my significant other in getting me to fire? That's the question.
capacity.
The capacity.
And not only fire, by the way, not only financial independence, but also your whatever other goals you have.
Yeah. Yes, for me, I do realize if you look at our compatibility, we are two different people and built in very different ways. And I remember at the beginning of the relationship, I was very concerned about our differences, and I would ask, the way people say, like, unlike poles attract, they complement, and I really could wonder, will it really complement? Like, what's the balance of this? And how? Because we are very different. And in this dynamic, for example, when it comes to emotions, I am a very emotional person. Currently, I'm reading a book called Emotional Intelligence, and they're trying to, in this book, it tries to teach you how emotional intelligence can go a long way further than IQ can go. And when it comes to Bright, he's data driven, he's logical. Sometimes Nikama emotions do not have a place to play, and in him being like this, it sets me in line and gives me accountability that I'm able to say that these are the things I want to achieve. I will go out, I will try and do it, but I have someone who's holding my hand and telling me, this is what you said to do, these are the mechanisms you said you would do it by, how far are we, what help do you need with this kind of thing. So yeah, it allows me become very, very goal oriented and very firm on the things that I said I would do.
Yeah.
So both of you play significant roles in enabling each other.
Yes.
Yeah. Mr. Boneless here says, a woman owns the home. That's very true.
Can I read the question?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. Do you recognize the capacity of your significant other to get you to your goal?
Yeah.
I think I'd say yes. I'd like to agree with Alice. Most times you because of temperaments and because of who we are as individuals, you sometimes feel like, hey, if this person is not moving as fast as I'm moving, so me I'm the first one as well, the emotional one, the one who knows exactly what she wants at the exact time. While him, he's trying to think and figure out. Me, I've already figured out, like, yeah, this is where we're gonna be. Yeah. So you think because of those differences, then the relationship will become harder, or. But recently, we just learned that because of the strengths I have, because of the strengths my temperament has, and the strength his temperament has, it makes things easier. That where I fail, he holds the fort. Where he fails, I will hold the fort. So I think, I think I do recognize the capacity. Okay, anyway, if I didn't,
What will you be doing here?
would I even be standing, be seated here talking to people about this? I don't think so.
No.
So,
Box number 1 ticked. Of course, I do recognize the capacity, and not only recognize, I've actually seen it in action. Hanging out with my friends, they tell me, "Oh, msichana amekubadilisha." Some, and the things that sort of I wanted to do, I am now capable of doing them just because, I have my SO. SO is the
significant.
That's the code word you're going to be using. Because I have my SO around me. So yes, I do recognize, and not only recognize, I've actually seen it in action.
it's actually easier to reach your goal. Much easier.
That's true.
They say get an accountability partner, and I think this actually goes a long way in enabling that. On to the next question.
Okay. Do you understand what your significant other's ideal investment looks like?
Choose whom you want to begin.
Sam.
Ideal investment. I think the fact that we work in a real estate investment company just makes us so biased. So I know what comes as number 1, but kuna zile zingine zinasimangwa. There are those others that are mentioned. I think one thing I've learned is, because as men, or me as a man, I forget a lot. I note a lot of things down. So once they are said in passing, in light conversations, here and there, you don't expect you to really listen. So I do know. So of course, investments being the very, very real estate investments being the very, very fast one. Anything that will bring cash flow. Anything that will actually bring cash flow. So, and then after that, we can go to the assets that just appreciate. So I know a desire to own a beach house. Somewhere there in South Coast.
What's the question again?
Do you understand what your significant other's ideal investments look like?
I think first of all, it has to be very passive, because Sam is very lazy. Like he would rather sit and look at sunsets and sunrises and think of, like weird big things that have not yet happened in the world. So I think extremely passive. Like,
true.
Anything that will just put money in his pocket and he's not working hard to do it. Or if he can be paid to think. If he can be paid to think. I think anything that grows him mentally and intellectually, because he invests a lot in what he knows or what he brings to the table in every conversation. So for me, I think those two things.
I go first? Okay. So it is the ideal investments for my significant other. Of course, as Sam had said, we all work in Savo, and the fire dream is real for all of us. It is something we really work towards. So as we're beginning the year, one of the hardest conversations we had is this is where we are currently at in our real estate investments. Where do we want to get to at the end of the year? And actually did draw real numbers. And funny enough, me who is not the accountant did those numbers, but it worked out. They were correct. They were clear.
Mimi ku review. Hapo ama review.
Financial.
I review financial.
There was an approval process and it was reviewed. It was correct. So real estate, and then Bright has a very weird investment desire in farming, in chicken.
Gosh, I thought that business failed.
It failed, but the dream is still alive.
So you feel like you can.
I will still want to
Oh
invest
God.
in chicken.
Oh God.
Yeah, so the other day,
Pale Western. That's always.
yeah, so there's a day, a few days ago, weeks ago, he asked me, mi naona hapo kwa hiyo budget you can cut me 10,000 every month, put for me somewhere it can appreciate, and then I can see what to do about chicken, so they can all die with my 10,000.
Yeah, because the other one's
Yes, and then that's the farming, this real estate, and then a very important one that is very close to his heart. Brett is a scholar, and education is very important to him. It's close to his heart, and yeah, he is investing a lot in his education. And he says, before I get children, I want to have reached this level of education. And I'm like, for me, Savo is a university. It is my master's. I come here and I learn everything.
Oh my goodness.
yeah. So he is a scholar. Yeah. So those three things are very important to him.
He's doing it for both of you.
Yes.
Of course. All the money. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think for pretty much it's the same. So the top priority is real estate, but I think on top of all this, there's something that, so she fashioned herself, or she's proud to call herself a feminist, you know? So there's some organization called Pride in My Red. So it's largely about menstrual health and all those things. So I know in our budget that is something that we need to start investing in. So of course we start small and everything else, but with time,
Yeah.
it starts covering maybe the entire world, the entire globe. I do not know, but I know that's something that she would like a lot, and of course huko Western not nasema ni rangi ya pesa. So kabla tufike Pride in My Red, you know, other things need to be sorted.
To have been started.
So yeah, I think largely all investment decisions or ideas that we try to generate is just largely to make it as passive as it can be. Of course, ya ukulima yangu hiyo iko kando. She will not work hard in that one. I will be the one who will be sleeping with my chickens overnight. But yeah, I think largely she would like to invest a lot in menstrual health.
Yeah.
Maybe you can read a bit of comment.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah.
They call me Boneless, says lazy Sam. That's why she's there to give you the push needed.
Just put me out there today. Yeah?
And then he also says extremely valid. Each strength pushes the weaknesses, and that's how you get progress. Yeah. And then he's also said Bright is investigating on the number of children. Okay, right.
That matters. That really matters. We also have a couple of people watching on Facebook as well.
Yes.
Drop the fire emoji. My name is Sam. Today we are talking about the big question: should we invest together?
Yeah.
And the questions that we are going through are questions that will get us there, yeah, or prerequisites, I think, that you also need to ask yourself, so that you know if you're ready to do it and how to do it actually.
Yeah.
So drop the fire emoji. Let me know where you're watching from as we go ahead. But before we go on to the next question, I'd like Bright to tell us why is real estate top? I think we've said it's obvious because you invest in Savo, but for you, Assuming you were not a Savo, right? Assuming you were not working here at Savo, why would real estate investments make sense for you?
I think, okay, let's, in answering, I will try and take the approach that Sam has said. So assume I've never interacted with Savo before, or not Savo, but say I'm not working in Savo. So of course, with real estate, the thing that I think I enjoy the most about real estate is that the first thing, of course, it has low risk. You see, so I'm someone who likes this kind of stuff, things to do with investments. So if you look in terms of risk for the investment options that you have, real estate has low risk. But then when you come to returns, you come to realize that in real estate, it's easy for you to get consistent returns. You see, because if you take a look at say investing in the stock market, you know, sometimes it's not guaranteed that dividends have to be declared. You see, so at the end of the period, the company can be profitable, but the board decides this year let's not give out dividends. You see, and I think with that consistency, then you're guaranteed in some way of some income that comes every single month. You see, and then on top of that, sometimes, you know, as a human being, you want a bit of control,
certainty,
a bit of control, a bit of certainty. The way Karen is saying, you know, in Savo, as much as yes, the unit you have given it out to Lifestyle to manage it, at the end of the day, you feel like you have some sense of control, because then you can easily call someone in Lifestyle and say, okay, I need to understand this and this and this and this. But then you, apart from the designated days that say Safaricom has called you to their towers to discuss, ordinarily you do, okay, yes, legally you as a shareholder you can walk in and ask whatever question that you have, but in terms of accessibility, in terms of how easy it is, I think real estate is that for me. And of course, if you put the aspect of capital appreciation, I think that does.
That's it.
Like, okay, what more can I say?
It's rising, yeah? Awesome. Yeah, you guys are going to learn a lot here. So we can go on to the next question.
I think we've kind of answered this question. It asks, what did you find that works for both of you? What did you find that works for both of you? I'm guessing this is, what investment did you find that works for both of you? Okay.
I think we can still answer it.
Maybe money habits or something to do with money, like not investment.
How do you even start?
How to maybe put the money to before this, I told Bright I will say this in the live webinar.
My time for embarrassment
has come.
But when we talk about temperaments, it also trickles down to just behaviors of how we do our things and such things. So when I met Bright, Bright could survive with 25,000 a month. Don't ask me how. I also don't know, because it does not make sense in my head. Because how in Nairobi, and I am the opposite. I am trying to learn my money. I'm trying to respect my money. I'm trying to have a good relationship with money, and just trying to marry these two people. Somebody who does not know how 25,000 can take you through a whole month in Nairobi, and someone who is comfortable. I will go to school, I will eat, I will live
more than most.
Yeah, and he will do more than most. he will really live a good life. 25,000 does not work. So I think to just understand in your relationship, who are you with money? What are your relationships with money? Who raised you? I keep on saying, sometimes even the way we behave with money is as a result of even how we saw our parents interact with money.
That's true.
So are you able to sit and share knowledge about money and I'm able to tell you, me na our family, mi niliona watu wakifichaniana pesa. Me, this is what I earn, you that is what you earn, you these are the bills you cater for, me this is what I cater for. Nikienda huko nje, I get a deal at end of 1 million, I don't tell you. That's how we live. It works for some people. So in this kind of relationship where we need to marry our money, a lot had to come in place, like as mechanisms of accountability. This is how you are, but yeah, these are the compromises we need to make if we are now beginning to put our money together, and everything needs to be sorted. Investments need to be bought, and we need to live comfortably, and we still need to save. So I think a number one key in even trying to invest together is just understanding money habits of each other and where everyone comes from in a money relationship.
What would you say our money habits were before?
I think I found you when you're at that space where you're scared of money.
Scared you want money.
When you were just like, this thing needs to go. Like, like it's becoming a master of me. One thing about Sam, he doesn't like being out of control. So that's why he's calm and think and gathers his thoughts and you know, and then now I don't even know how you survive. You just got this person who is always out of control.
But it works.
I wonder how. But I think I found you when you're in a place where you are scared with money. And at that point in my life, I had just started earning money. So I hadn't like learned how to misbehave with money. And then I think also just because of like the strictness, you know, like you come and work into this organization and you're like, you're not paying rent, where is all this money going? And everyone is following every single cent that you're using, so what did you do with it?
Wearing a new dress is a crime.
Jesus, like let no one see you. You know, you want it to get lost somewhere. So I think we were in those two different spaces at that point. And it was very easy because it was chapter for us. I think even like when we immediately started dating, the very first advice we got was sort out your money issues. Like that's the first thing you sort out when you get into a relationship. So I think for us it was a goal, like this needs to be a discussion that we put on the table when we begin. No matter what space we are at, and we need to know where every single cent of our money goes. So it was very easy for us to merge our monies and immediately put it into an investment. Mostly because alikuwa naogopa pesa. So
I was ready to give it out. Luckily, I have a case study. There's a case study to look up to, and that's what we used. I'd also want to add that, like, it wasn't like immediate. There was like it was gradual, because I remember what we used to do is, you were telling me tunafaa kwenda dates every month. We need to go to dates every month.
To weird expenditures
every month. And then I was like, okay. And then when I don't get a date, you get mad. All that. So I decided at the end of the month, let me send her 5 G's. This, you decide where we go. When we go, me, I'm ready to go.
Just shower and go.
Just shower and go.
It's funny when you say that. Josie, we had gone out with Bright, and then he's telling me, funny how I'm supposed to be in charge of this date, but me, I am just. You can't even do one planning. You just come to me in the office, and then you just tell me, let's go.
No, I think I don't know. This is something with lazy men, like who don't. No, I'm not saying that you're not working hard. You guys actually really work hard.
A lot.
You work a lot. Would prefer if you work less. But like when you're someone who's used to being in this, what do you call it, scarcity, like your mindset, like you say he was surviving on 25k, it means his brain already is used to scarcity. You cannot think beyond let's go buy beans and chapo. I mean, no one to eat. You can't think beyond that. So I have to make things happen for myself. If I don't.
So he started doing that, and then after like 3 or 4 months, and then she was like, see, we can use this money for something. So after I think we started getting tired with the dates, because they become very frequent.
Yeah, you've gone to
You've gone to every mall.
Yeah.
Gone to most of the restaurants.
Yeah.
You know what the food tastes like, and then you start even now craving for the ugali and skuma.
Yeah.
So, then where do we take this money? So yeah, we started looking and budgeting. So you put your money here, and then but it didn't take. I don't think it took more than a month.
Yeah.
We just immediately said, okay, so how much do we both earn?
Yeah.
This goes here, this goes here, this goes here, this goes to investment.
Yeah.
So for me, when it came in, I think we then said that some amount be cut off to go to investments already.
Yeah.
Of course, now real estate investments here at Savo, and then once I get the money, straight. Yeah, straight to her. So, and then, we don't have a lot of expenses. We just survive. Chill and sure we eat. Chill and sure, all those things happen. And
You've heard the one he said. He's talked about.
You eat.
He does not eat.
it becomes another story. You can give Brett to read some comments as we go ahead.
Okay. Some random stuff saying, smart dude, give her the cash, let her decide. Then some random stuff is still saying, Chapo Beans ni soft life. Let me tell you. Brian Gishora, Chapo Beans was just chilling. Halafu anajipata
And a trend. Randomly.
Gishora is a close friend of ours. Thank you for joining, and everyone who's just joining. Today we're talking about the big question, how can you invest together? Joined here by fellow Savorites who invest together. And if you've not watched the first half, we've talked about a lot. But you can still rewind. Tuendele tunahi. You'll go and watch that later on. You'll go and watch that later on. Right now we can go on to the next question. Oh, it's me who's reading. Okay, this is interesting. Do both of you understand the investment that we choose to invest in?
Very well.
Very well.
Let's see the level of understanding. Bright told us something about real estate investment. I think Alice and Karen, you can tell us something.
About
how well we understand. Do we? Because you see, they say.
Like in addition to what Bright said.
Yes.
Don't you think Bright said everything?
I think there's something you can rephrase. Probably somebody didn't understand his words.
So we just use different words.
You can try and use different words. You can try and use different words. Yeah, because you see, there's this principle of you have to put your money in a place that you actually understand.
Yes.
Don't throw your money
just because you had people say it's the best.
Yeah, or your friends are telling you go and invest in X. Don't do that. So we actually understand the investments that we put our money in.
I think for me, since I joined Savo, I have been in the space of interactions with investors, and the joy of investors when they get their return. I think for me that's everything that sums up real estate for me. It is the consistency, and it is the fact that even when it is all said and done, I get something at the end of the month, and I get it consistently, month in, month out. So I think for me, consistency does tick the box for me. And more so working in Savo, because all my real estate investments are in Savo, and in Savo we really apply the Warren Buffett rules of investment, that you shall not lose your money. And having worked in this space for more than 2 years, and I see investors come in, sometimes face some financial difficulties, go out and still come back, because every amount of money you had paid me here in Savo is given back to you. So I think for me, the consistency and that I have never lost my money, and I have seen other people leave it and not lose their money. Yes.
I think for me, I'll say something that many people take for granted. Or that we who work in Savo take for granted. real estate for other people out there is like this whole dream. Like, hey, you own an apartment. Like that's a big thing. I mean, I remember when I started working, I was like 1.8 million. Me, Karen. How? When? Where?
Utakuwa umeiba wapi?
Like that's a conversation that only my parents can have because they have been working for that long and they, you know, yani you're even feeling like, hey, I don't even have the capacity to talk about 1.8 million. But Savo has made it really easy for even just young people to earn that. You see, when you talk about something like you're only surviving on 25,000 and the rest of your money is going into investments. That's a dream come true for most people. I mean, when you look at where we are right now, because of that affordability, it's way further than you would expect us to be. So, or where our peers are. I mean, just compare yourself to the people you interact with, or when I look at the people I've gone to school with, you know, such things make you feel like this is a privilege. So for me, that first in Savo, the fact that it's made it possible through its affordability for me to actually own an apartment. I think passiveness, that even I as an investor in Savo, I'm seated here and I don't think about my investment. And then also just being part of the process, because Savo keeps you as part of the process. You're able to see the location, like you choose which location do you want, which typology do you want, and I'm giving you what are the benefits of each of these typologies, each of these locations, what is doing well. Like you have facts about where you're investing. So even as you say, know your investment, even like before we choose what project are we going into, we've seen this is where it's located, this is what it has, and then because of prior experience of the company, you're able to know that the challenges that were faced before cannot be what they face moving forward. So for me, that's the biggest advantage. I think that's one of the reasons I usually thank God for coming to work into Savo. Just, you know, that opportunity and privilege. You know.
Yes.
Sisi in like investment, sisi ni kama wale watoto wanai. For some of us who I think
Okay. I think now that everyone has had the first round of questions, per round ingine. There you go.
As you're doing rounds of sticking them.
Okay. What is your combined purpose?
Can we discuss?
Hapa tunahitaji
Can we compare notes?
Oh God.
Let's go. And I think purpose being because financial independence is having the assets that will give you monthly passive cash flow. Finance. Your purpose. So we are all trying to get some monthly passive cash flow. What's our combined purpose? When that cash flow starts coming in, and it's more than your salary, you can stop working.
I think, let me start. I think for us, it's a lot into philanthropy. If I look at it, it's a lot into philanthropy. I think I've already spoken about Pride in My Red. Of course, investing in that is not to make money out of the girls or anything. It's to basically just impact the society. I think, I don't know, for us, it's even across the things that we choose we want to do, it's normally towards philanthropy. Like maybe, I don't know if she can allow me, but you see, right now we have some beat, but then she comes and tells me, hey man, there's a needy student that we need to support. And I'm like, okay. So I'm already a parent without actually having a child. So you can clearly see, because for that, and I asked her that day, if we're taking up the responsibility to support this child, then it's not at nusu.
Yeah.
We are supporting this child to the end.
Yes.
Like if the guy passes to go to campus, we need to pay.
Yeah.
If the guy needs school fees, we need to pay. Whatever this student needs, we need to pay.
Yeah.
And you see, for such a thing, you come to realize that, okay, she has said she's very emotional, but deep down you can see that she's actually someone who cares. And I think combined as a group, once we get to fire, our purpose will just be to impact other people, through Pride in My Red. I think on my end, I'm someone who is a very, very, very serious Catholic. Serious or staunch, which is the correct English.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm a staunch Catholic, and of course, there'll be some philanthropic activities to do with the church.
Yeah.
That maybe finance someone to attend a seminary here to become priests. You know, priests are few right now. And yeah, so I might not be a priest, but I can help others become priests.
Yeah.
So I think for us, largely it's to do with just impacting other people.
That's lovely. That's lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I guess the men are speaking.
Combined purpose. To be honest, it's not defined. It's not one. It's not yet there.
Yeah.
But we both individually have things that look forward to once we actually get there. But first, as myself, I am pretty patient to get financial independence, and then think about it then, because the timeline we set for ourselves is 20 years. I think now it's 19. 19 more years, and by then we should have found whatever our purpose is. So as the money keeps on coming in, it's gonna compound. And until that purpose is there, is when you're gonna get it out. So I think that's it.
I think also just realizing that we are all God's children. And God puts us on earth for a specific reason. I think we just sit down and tell ourselves, I will work really, really hard to just ensure that when God is ready to use me, I am ready. And there's nothing that's holding me back.
That's
So
true.
I think that's it for us now.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good one.
Awesome.
When was the first time you worked together to get something done? Something can be anything.
Oh, good.
Karen, when was the first time you worked together to get something done?
What does that question mean? And I'm not slow. I just want to get the answer right. What does that question mean? Like worked towards something?
Yes.
Yeah.
And a unified goal together, and we achieved it. And actually, how did you feel? Because you see, like you were mentioning earlier, people get their salaries and they do separate things with their So you see, the money sort of, when you marry your money together, it forces you to have some other level of unity that is probably usually not there, right? So be it about money, be it about or anything else, any other big thing or big step in life.
I think for us, it might not be around money, but just purposing to be influential around the circles that we entertain or we interact with. I think there's something we usually say: direct things in the right direction. I don't know if that's correct English. If that's correct English. So you know, like setting targets of things like him, he needs to meet his friends twice every month. Also just building like personal relationships. So he's not good at building relationships. So you know, like putting in place targets, like you need to call your brothers at least twice in a week. You need to call your father at least twice in a week, so that you start breaking, you know, like breaking through those things. I think another thing that maybe is not a success yet, but has been a big thing for us, I think it's just trying to know God together, because that has really had a big impact in our relationship. I've said 3 things. I said 1 thing. Oh, there are many, but
there are many, and I think it feels, I don't know, there's some level of satisfaction that is much more than crossing your own to-do list. When you're on to something together.
I think for me also the letter of Karen is my first one for sure. For me it is working out my salvation. Just when we're going to mass in the morning, I don't know, last week or this week, I told Bright, I love how this helps us bond, you know. No, I'll not be angry at you. Where were you in the morning? Where did you go? You know, like, yes, I knew you were in church, but I wished like maybe we could have spent more time with you. But now that I get to do this with you, increases even my emotional vulnerability towards you. It increases our time together. I can tell you about my struggles with God, because when I am there in church and I see you in front of your God, I can see your level of vulnerability. Even if at some point I'd feel like we're not at the same level with our faith, and I'm feeling like I'm the one who is here struggling, trying to pull myself together. But when I am doing this with you, it gives me some kind of peace that has been good for me.
That's nice.
Awesome.
Thanks for taking a girl to church.
All right.
It is, you know, these things that they say you are an instrument. I can't sit down and credit myself for that. Because I think largely, I don't think I've ever told her you have to come to church. Otherwise, me and you kaput. I don't think I've said that. So I think largely I've been praying every day for her to just go to church on Sunday. Let alone the other day. So I think when someone tells you, hey man, I want to go to church every day, then you start, you know prayers are actually answered. Because I think this is one front that I chose. I will not fight with words. I will not if you ask her, in the Catholic Church, failing to go for Mass on Sunday is a sin. But I call her, hey, are we going for Mass? Then she says no. And I say, okay. And I go. Then she tells me, now on Saturday, okay, tomorrow at what, which Mass are we going to attend? You see, then you realize that, okay, maybe if I would have taken the effort of not trusting God and trying to push her myself, hey, maybe right now she will be worse off. Maybe she will say, me, I'm not going, just maybe to spite me or something. So I think that is one goal that, ushaona zile vitu unapiga dua na kusema asante.
Religion and levels of faith is also usually like a really major thing in relationships. It can make or break you.
It's really interesting how we've gotten from money to
this other thing, which God we will not talk about.
Look at you now. Okay, it's your turn.
For the question.
Yes.
This is a good one. Me, I'll not answer it. What is a legacy you want to leave behind? What is a legacy you want to leave behind? Just give. I can answer for you guys.
It's already there.
Like, see, you've already told us what you think your purpose is. So maybe the impact you want to leave is to ensure you've warmed as many people's hearts as you can and helped as many people as you can. That one day someone will not stand and say Bright was a good accountant, but someone will stand and say Bright and Alice actually helped me do this and this. Am I wrong?
You're correct.
You're there. You hit it.
Hapo umegonga jackpot.
It's true.
I think in a way or another, including us even just being here in the first place, will enable people build wealth. And we don't really come from like wealthy families. And the wealth we are talking about here is the generational. The one that our children.
Old money.
Yes, old money. When they come, they will just be having old money around. And I think to us and to our circles and to our families and just anyone we get to interact with, I think we owe it to them to be able to do such a thing for them and their children and their children's children. So, but siku moja seme, I used to have a friend, they used to tell us, or they used to do like this, and me I did not. Be it they learn from our lessons or from our words.
I think there's something Charo usually says about like how, like, okay, not one of the reasons Savo is successful, but one of the reasons the business model of Savo makes sense is because it actually serves the children of God. You know, the way he usually tells us, get a problem that the children of God have, then solve it. And automatically, God works with you when you do that. So for me, I don't know what exactly it is, like problem. Maybe that you will help people maybe go to school or help girls, build confidence and love who they are. But even though I can't pinpoint what it is, I know I'm gonna change lives.
She's usually sure that she's gonna be very influential someday.
Like really. So can't wait. And I actually think that's the way. So never know.
For those of you who have watched our webinars before,
you better watch the Christmas one.
You will see her talent.
Goosebumps. It's a nice one. Have you enjoyed the journey?
Of
love.
Investing together. And love and everything. Let's start with the money part. Kitakuongezea is alright.
I start with myself.
Have you enjoyed the job?
With yourself.
I think I'll speak for myself and my opinion for the both of us. I think for me, money has been something that I've known for a long time I need to figure out. So I think as a human being, I just don't understand the concept of having too much. Those are concepts. Personally, I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. I'm speaking for myself. I think for her, she understands that perfectly.
Why do you need a lot of money?
But I think for me, I just know how to run lean, and like largely that's how I've lived before. But I think before I used to, I still used to operate on a minimum budget, but the rest of the money I would sort of put it in the bank and just let it there. Maybe James Mwangi invests and earns interest from my money. But I think it's true. It's true. It's true. Putting money in the bank, you make the owner of the bank richer. Yeah. So it's. I think when we got into this relationship, I think the first thing that she pointed out is about money, and I was like, okay, why do we need to talk about money? You see, I think on my part, I was like, me, I'm okay. Man, me from what I earn, I consume less than half of it. So if we need to talk about money, it is your money, not mine. Mine, I have it under control. You see. But then I think during that conversation is when you realize she's not talking about expenditure. She's talking about investment. So by the time the both of us started dating, I think each has started investing individually. Then we sat down and we decided, okay, let's start putting together. Then I'm like, okay, if we are putting it together, then what happens to this other side? I think it's when together we came to the realization that, okay, maybe even this other one, we can put it together. But after putting it together, then who manages? Myself, I know I cannot think about certain things. You see, me, I cannot think about what she will eat for lunch. So I love you, but there are things that as a man, they are not, like, it requires a lot of effort for me to think about that.
Yeah.
Then then the other thing is, I mean, if I give you my money, and me, I live in my house, you live, you know, she lives in her house, I live in my house. So okay, me, how do I survive? You see. So I think such things at first, I was the biggest roadblock to it. But I think at some point I was like, okay, maybe let's put it together. And then I had spoken to Mcharo about it, and I had some fears. You know, she's on the other end of spending money, I'm on this other end. So I was like, I can give you my money and so I think that entire thing, and Charo told me, hey man, you know, sometimes you get worried about small things, and sometimes maybe the most important thing to do is for you to do just one thing that will make everything else irrelevant. Yeah. And I was like, okay, let me give her a month. The first month I gave her the money. The calculations she was doing. I think that helped, and then of course now yes, you know, sometimes as a bachelor ugali mayai pale, you know, but I think right now she's able to plan for both, and she knows, hey man, as much as I need to eat, this other guy needs to eat, and I live with my cousin, so how do we? Yeah, I think for me that is it. I don't know if I've answered the question correctly.
You've enjoyed.
Yeah. I can say the experience so far is good. Even right now, knowing that, you know, the way in a company you have targets. That I have a target in a relationship. Me, I've never had targets before. Hapa tunaenda tukienda. But getting to know that the year has started, we sit down and we review the other year, and we say, okay, this year, this is what we are earning now. This is what we anticipate that we need to earn. Then this is where we want to go. So this deficit that is here, how do we get it? And then now we start hammering that thing. Yeah. I think for me, I've enjoyed the entire journey, and just knowing that the person that in the past I will be concerned about is now the best. Like she's saying, she's a better accountant in the relationship than myself, and I am a professional accountant. Yeah.
Yes, I've enjoyed the journey. A lot of lessons, because you know, sometimes when you're by yourself, it's easier to do your things the way you want. No one will ask you anything. You will just do. But now here, you need to give an account, and sometimes it is not a question. It is a conviction. Like I like how it is a conviction that he will not come and ask me, this is the money we put together, how much do we have? No. Like I will just go and tell him, this way, the way we are going now, we're gonna go down a bad drain. This is the money I have, this is what it has been used to do, and this is where we are at. And it's funny how, you know, when we started, like in this the four of us here, Bright and Karen are there. They are the math people. They are the then there's me and Sam. And then I'm like, where am I the one who's been given the money? If Karen here is the one with the money,
I think Bright.
But it is funny how I will account every cent of that money that I received, and I will give an account of where it went, and I will do calculations. I will do projections for my relationship, and I have enjoyed, and I have just enjoyed to just see the dynamics of who we are grow and try to merge in a way that is not compromised. You know, sometimes in relationships you tend to think, for me and you to coexist, we need to fully what is it called, compromise on who we are and what we believe in. But there are things that can be compromised on, but there are things that are core to who we are that people cannot compromise on, and you see them grow. Ni kama ka butterfly kanatoka kwa cocoon. It grows and it becomes something beautiful. Yeah, I think I have enjoyed the journey. I have enjoyed to just marry the way we think about money. Yeah.
Amazing.
Nilikuwa nadhani atasema I've enjoyed the way we just married.
Marry the way we think about money. Yeah.
I think me too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I usually just sit down and ask myself, okay, I feel like I've had this relationship all my life.
Yeah.
Like there has been no other relationship before this one.
Yeah.
Like I can't even pinpoint what were you doing with those other people who you were with.
Investing
like
time.
in campus. Like what? Hey, it's quite hard.
Yeah.
I have grown both as an individual and as a partner for sure.
Yeah.
The journey has been fun and let Bright and Alice not lie to you. It's been fun, but it's also been really hard.
Yeah.
Like the hard conversations have to be very hard and very painful.
Yeah.
And the joyful moments, or when those conversations are over, you still have to remember what's core to your relationship or what's core to what you want to achieve. Of course, it's been fun. I mean, I'm the one who gets the money. Of course, I get to decide what I do with it.
Yeah.
That's nice. I mean, he can't go anywhere without asking me. Imagine, ladies, imagine that kind of. So, but it's been nice. It's been growing. It's been full of love, full of hard conversations.
Yeah. Full of tears.
Actual tears.
The part they didn't tell you.
Full of actual tears, you know, like the days you wake up and you're like, oh my goodness, why? Like, is this necessary? You know, but you, even though you're a very emotional person, you have to sit down and weigh your options. What are your pros and cons?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I left, what happens?
Yeah.
All those things. They can't just be going down the drain. But
Amazing.
I mean, here we are.
Your answers are deep, guys.
We are deep.
But me, when I just look back, I think there's this Steve Jobs story.
Yeah.
There's a time he went to give a speech at some graduation, a dropout, given a speech at a graduation.
Yes.
And what he was saying was about connecting the dots.
Yeah.
And it's impossible to connect the dots backwards. Sorry, forwards. You can't connect the dots of how tomorrow is going to come. But once you get to tomorrow and then look back, you can actually
Join the dots.
because at moments you'd be like, what? Is this even gonna suffice, or is this are we even gonna make it? But then you look back, you're like, okay, it actually made sense. It actually made sense. And for me, I think those are the moments that you actually feel that, okay, that journey has been good.
Worth it.
It has been worth it. It has been worth it. So I think that's what I'd say. That's what I'd say. Allow me to ask one last question.
Okay.
What percentage of our combined incomes do we invest? And how many units?
Sam, it's funny how the two of us are they're the ones with the calculator.
What percentage and how many units? Whoever is ready can begin. Calculator out.
Interesting.
What percentage?
It's 57.
57.
So
I can start.
Yeah.
I think for us we are at 57%. We currently have 5 units that we are earning from, and 4 others that you're paying for. So 9 in total.
Very nice. Very nice.
We are at 51.8% of our income goes to investment. We are currently at 4 units. So 2 we have completed fully paying for, and 2 we are continuing to pay for.
Amazing. I asked that question so that we can put the context into all of this. So we investing together, but what are you investing?
Yeah.
Where are we investing? What exactly is
Maybe
it?
it's just 1 unit that
Yeah,
you're paying.
yeah.
That you've been paying for the last 1 year, you know.
I think we've come to the end. We're a little bit over our time, but I can see a few people. Mr. Honesty is bringing some violence in the comment section. Yeah, but story for another day. He's saying the other side of this coin, the other side of investing together.
Yeah.
He's mentioned here about the story of Bill and Melinda Gates.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, and he said we should invite Andrew Kife to give us his remarks on his point on why people should not invest together. Yeah, but you got our perspective, because that's what we have for you today.
Yeah.
And I think as I come to an end, I'd like to mention that the question we've asked ourselves, you can also sit down with your partner, with yourself, or with your significant other that you would probably want to start investing with, and ask yourself those questions, and the questions you can get them in a very well put document. It's called 2 Become One, and that's the campaign for this quarter. 2 Become One. A link is going to be sent in the comment section. You guys can download that document. It's really gonna help you. You can go through it alone, go through it with your person, and you're gonna enjoy and learn something, and also be able to start that journey together with some very good foundation. It's a very good foundation. It's about love, money, and goals. The other thing is next week on the 18th, we are talking about investment. You hear, we have I don't know how many number of units, where are they? And you'd like to see and visit one of them. We have a bus tour coming up. We have a bus tour coming up. You guys, bus tours are usually fun. It's like a road trip, but just around Nairobi. And you'll get some refreshments during the day, but you'll also get to see what we as Savo offer kwa ground. Wanasemanga kwa ground vitu ni different. Aju enda kwa ground uone what Savo investments actually look like, what they actually do, and you can see if you can invest. Probably go alone if they don't want to come. If it's their day to go out or branch or whatever it is. Join the bus tour. It's just 500 bob. That caters for your transport and some refreshments here. And you're really gonna love it. Trust you. You're really gonna love it. And the people who are going to walk with you through that bus tour are people who will engage you guys and answer all your questions. So, and finally, we have something fresh coming up in a couple of weeks, and it's a new project. New project, not launching to sell, but launching to let, because it's almost complete, you guys. It's almost complete. I think the photo is just going to be put there. I'm not gonna say where. All I'm going to say is subscribe, so that you know where it is. And come for the grand opening, which is still gonna be soon. So just subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's a very beautiful project. So I think to come to an end, I don't know, some closing remarks from you guys.
Okay. Everyone has just turned. I think for me, maybe what I think based on what Karen has said, we have tried and shared as much as we can. Maybe we have not shared a lot about the fights. We have shared about the positive sides. But I think what I can say is, if I look back, the fights were worth it. Because I think without those fights, we will not be where we are right now. And I think if you are someone who understands math, you can see that there's some beauty in economies of scale, even if not to read it. Even if not to read it.
Makes a lot of sense.
There's some beauty in economies of scale. So I think investing with your significant other is something that is worth trying. It's something that I think can propel you to whatever goals that you have. Because then you have someone who is aligned, someone who understands where you want to go, someone who knows that when you are making a certain sacrifice, they understand why, because they were part of the decision-making process, which I think it's something that maybe I felt it's important for us to know. The fights will be there, but I think they are worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one who usually fights.
And then usually fights, you'd be surprised. Anyway. I think for me, I love love. You know.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, even in my friendship with Karen, just was telling her, Karen, tell me you love me. Yeah, I am a lover of love. I am a lover of care. I am a lover of, everything, every kind of comfort that comes with love. Because it is beautiful to wake up every, let me tell you, for me, love gives me confidence. And I tell people that and they don't believe. Like, you can be loved in a way that you live every day being yourself, because it is beautiful. Anyway, so I am a lover of love, and just to encourage us that it is a beautiful journey. It is beautiful to walk a journey with someone. To go to someone every day and say, I am stuck here, and for sure I am stuck, and I don't know what to do to move on. And someone just holds your hand, reassures you that it will get better, gives you mechanisms, allows you the freedom to make mistakes and get better. Even in friendships and in relationships, find friends. Like, it is very easy for me to now come to Karen and come and tell them, in my relationship, this is what I am going through, and I don't want to go through it again. And sometimes we tend to think that it is okay to just close yourself and think that the other people are not going through the kind of conflicts you're going through, the kind of fights you're going through, but they are. Imagine, surprisingly enough, people are going through their fair share of things. So it is okay to get a group of people and be vulnerable with them. So invest with your significant other, invest with your friends. My takeout.
I think I like what she's just said in the very end. Yeah, we can speak about significant others because that's who we've invested with. I think I was just while thinking about this webinar, when I was asking what are we going to talk about, I think I was thinking, what if at this moment, this specific time in my life, I had not met Sam, and Sam and I were not dating. What happens? Would I have stopped investing? Does it mean I would be spending all my money? Would I be courageous enough to pull a friend who can? Because you see, the one thing you get from investing with someone else, or doing something, or reaching out for goals with someone, is that you have what Alice calls an accountability partner. That I know where we are, where we are going, what's the target, and I can tell you that with this space, it's not gonna work. But if we do it this way, we are probably gonna work. And at this young age, we are very young, by the way. We're not old people. Very young. That's why we keep insisting that from our very little experience that we have. So at this young age, influence is very, very high. And you need people who can keep you in check. I think Sam was telling me yesterday, he was with a friend, and the friend was telling him, I'm lazy, so I need you to keep me in check. I don't know how that will work, because I've also told you Sam is lazy, but but let's see. Let's see. I'll come and tell you how it worked out. But you need to have people who also keep you in check, and that's what investing with other people who could be your friends, it could be your clique of friends. Maybe if you guys are not here, me and Alice would be investing together so that we hold each other accountable. Maybe I could be investing with my brother, or I could just invest alone and make sure I have people around me who can keep me in check that this is the target that I have, and this is where I want to be, and this is what I intend to do to get there. If I'm not doing it, you're asking me, even just now, if you hear by next year we've not gotten to the target of units that we want, you can question and ask, hey guys, this journey was supposed to be for both of us, not just like us alone. So just for that accountability, whether you're investing, just having someone who can hold you to it is really, really important. I think it's easier, makes life easier. My life has become easier. For those who know me, I am more happy, I am more calm, I also find courage and confidence in love. So if you just need someone to tell you, Yeah, in a random morning, nice things about
Yeah.
who you are.
Yes.
Yes, I am lazy, but I'm also earning passively.
Yeah. No, that's why you have me.
Yeah. I think we are way past our time. My
Yeah.
closing remarks, I'm just going to give them to you in a few.
Yeah.
But allow me to shout out Hassan, Ernest, Mr. Boneless, who's been around for quite a while. He said, shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
Where it says you're matching, are we? Oh,
How?
Apparently.
oh yeah. Black and white and then white. That probably looks very white on the camera. Yeah, thank you, Salma, Sophie, Brian, Gishora, some random stuff, and everyone else who joined
Has
in.
been here with
Yeah,
us.
my final remarks. Take action.
Yeah.
Number 1, download to become one. Number 2, come to the
Affair.
bus tour.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Come to the bus tour. Number 3, the
to the
affair.
affair.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
affair.
Yeah.
You need to come to the affair.
Where you
yeah?
can hear more experienced people.
Yes. And then finally, we have a new project coming up. If you want to live with people like us, if you want to live with people
Cool
like
stuff.
us,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
can influence you to invest.
Yeah.
There's a new project coming soon. I won't tell you the location. And the last thing you can do that is very important to your life, subscribe to this channel.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we can leave it at that. Have a good evening. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.